Friday, everyone. Eric here with weather for Weather Geeks. We've got plenty to talk about this evening as we get set for the holiday weekend. Let's review where we've been today. It's been one of those classic hit or miss shower kind of days today. If you missed most of these showers, you're saying, hey, rain, what rain? But some of us have had some legit downpours. Even around midday today, we had some thunder and lightning in spots and even a little small hail here and there. The shower's been a little more tame over the last few hours. Some of the last of these rotating through the region as of this recording at 7:10 p.m. The reason for the hit or miss showers today, upper level low pressure system spinning across the eastern Great Lakes, the upper Ohio Valley into the mid-Atlantic states, and the air associated with that upper low is pretty cold aloft. So the air parcels have no trouble warming up and then rising into that colder air as long as the parcels are warmer than their surroundings. That means they're more buoyant and they can keep rising, they can form showers, and if they get tall enough, even some thunder and lightning and some soft hail, like we had earlier on. But otherwise, yeah, it's pretty comfortable outside. It was only in the lower 70s today. Dew points are mostly in the 50s to around 60. For July 2nd, this is a pretty cool high temperature. It's in the top 10 for coolest high temperatures on July 2nd. So 71 locally today, 70 in Erie, 71 in Pittsburgh. No one got much higher than the mid-70s this afternoon. All right, we have a variety of events across the valley over the next few evenings. Some communities and townships are having fireworks Saturday evening. Some have a fireworks display Sunday evening. For Saturday evening, boy, beautiful. Partly cloudy sky, temperatures in the upper 60s, lower 70s. Humidity, not much of a factor. And I think it'll be warmer Sunday evening for any fireworks displays that evening. During the day tomorrow, we're in good shape. That upper low jogs far enough to the east that we'll be shower-free everywhere from I-79 on west. You have to head into central PA and towards the eastern seaboard to find wet weather. Not a very nice start to the weekend in places such as Boston. But for us, the only chance for rain over the next few days is late Saturday night, and I think this will be after any fireworks displays. Most of us won't notice this, but a little trough of low pressure will scoot through with maybe an overnight shower here and there. But those will be gone by Sunday morning, and again, smooth sailing for 4th of July weather. Temperatures in the mid-80s, and then a warm front pushes back the higher dew point air as we go into next week, so it looks pretty muggy starting on Monday. All right, this 4th will be a warm one, but not as warm as the last few. We had 88 last year, 89 the year before, and in 2018, a toasty 4th of July that year at 92 degrees. This year will be a little more like 2017. A little bit warmer than that, but still a little more seasonable than the last few. The warmest on record, this is an old record. We have very consistent temperature records for our area going back to about 1930. And then in the late 1800s, we have spotty temperature records. And the 4th of July high temperature record is one of those spottier records back in 1897. The coolest high temperature was in 1967 when we had just 65 for the high. And the most rain we've had on the 4th was in 1910, 1.9 inches. All right, just after the 4th of July, in our annual trip around the sun, Earth will reach aphelion, which is the farthest point we get from the sun in our orbit. We're about 3 million miles farther away than at perihelion, which is right after New Year's Day in early January. For some people, this is a little counterintuitive. Hey, it's summertime, right? It's supposed to be hot, yet we're really far away from the sun. Well, of course, it's winter in the southern hemisphere, and the seasons have to do and are caused by the tilt of the Earth on its axis relative to the sun, rather than our distance to the sun. But 3 million miles is a fairly significant difference, and so it's interesting. In southern hemisphere summer in January, because we're at our closest point to the sun, and it's also summertime in the southern hemisphere, the sun appears, I think, like 6% larger in the sky, and there's much more incoming solar radiation in the southern hemisphere summer than the northern hemisphere. Why isn't the southern hemisphere like way, way hotter than the northern hemisphere because of that? Well, there's a lot more water in the southern hemisphere as compared to the northern hemisphere. The northern hemisphere is much more dominated by land than the southern hemisphere is. All right, back here in the northern hemisphere, and specifically in our area, the humidity a non-story through the weekend. Very comfortable tomorrow. A little bit warmer, just a touch more humid on Sunday, but it's Monday. That's the day that most people are going to step out and say, oh, it's more humid today. Dew points in the mid-60s, heading for the upper 60s by Tuesday. And with our increase in dew points and the slow approach of a cold front, we'll have some scattered showers and thunderstorms to contend with by midweek. Did not talk about the hurricane that's down in the tropics right now. direct influence or direct impacts on us seem very unlikely with that, but it may influence the weather pattern some as we head into next week. And coming up Monday evening, we'll of course have a much better idea as to where that hurricane is going. It's coming pretty fast, about 25 miles per hour northwest through the Caribbean, and will probably impact Florida or Cuba or some combination thereof as we go into early next week. So we'll talk about that, of course, on Monday evening's Weather for Weather Geeks. In the meantime, thank you for watching this evening. Have yourself a good and safe 4th of July weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.